Welcome to the Secret Language in today. Let's explore the secrets of documents together.
My mother forced me to play hide and seek every night at 9. One night, it wasn't a game. My mother always made me play hide and seek with her. It was just her and me, and we played at 9. Each time, without failure, she told me to ignore her during the game. She told me that she would purposefully try to trick me, but, you know, if you really wanted to trick somebody, why tell them anything? We played in the park. I thought this was normal. I knew other families didn't do this, but at the same time, I thought there was nothing wrong with us doing it. I liked the park after all. During the night the air was so fresh, and it was silent, and the trees seemed larger than usual. She counted down from 100, giving me ample time to run away. My general competitiveness always made me run away and as far away as I could. I'd find some space behind many trees, and I'd lie down. The park was large, but somehow my mother would always manage to walk past me at least 3 times in those 20 minutes. I'd always hear her speaking as she walked past me.
Come on, Claire. Claire, please come on. I'm sick of this stupid game, Claire. It's cold and I just want to go home.
I ignored her. When we first started with the games, I'd been foolish enough to leave my hiding spot. My mother's face immediately turned into one of fury. She'd walk up and grab me tightly by the shoulder as she scolded me relentlessly. I told you not to listen to me, didn't I? She would drag me back to the car, and ignore me until the next day, when we played. I didn't know why she did it. After I'd stopped listening to her during the 20 minutes of game time, it would no longer trick me. I knew she was lying, and it simply seemed like a waste of breath and energy to keep calling out for me. She got angry when she found me too. The park was a huge place, and if she hid somewhere I would never find her, but somehow my mother was excellent at tracking me down. It was like she sniffed me, and hunted me down. Instead of getting angry at me, she got disappointed. She'd sigh loudly, and her eyes would tear up, before she'd dejectedly walk to the car. That gave me the worst feeling ever, filling me with inadequacy. One time, she found me after only 2 minutes, and she broke down sobbing. I didn't get it. I felt a huge urge to win. I needed it, so I started to get creative. I hid myself in the bushes. I'd change my clothing to be more green and black and generally more inconspicuous. I got high up in trees, so it would be difficult to see me from the ground. I learned how to stay still, really still. And when I won, my mother would give me a smile. It wasn't a smile of happiness, or a smile of pleasure. It was more a relieved smile, but I felt so proud when I saw it. We'd go home, and I'd have an easy time falling asleep. Then my father came. One day, when I came back from school, I saw him talking to my mother. He was almost never home. Actually, I'd seen him twice in my entire life, and my mother never really spoke about him. He was really just a stranger to me. I noticed the expression on my mother's face immediately. It was pale, white, shaking, eyes wide. I couldn't hear what he was saying, so I got closer in towards them. Of course, their conversation stopped just as I did it. While my father stopped speaking, the expression on my mother stayed the same. He turned to me and smiled in a wolfish way. It made me recoil away with disgust. He sneered. He fucking sneered. I thought it was normal, that was how my classmates acted after all. Later that same day, when my father was off in the toilet, my mother got close to me and whispered,
"Don't come out. Not even after 20 minutes."
My father got really energetic right before bedtime. I thought we'd skip the whole hide and seek thing. My mom looked really sick, and looking at the clock, she said,
"Let's take a trip to the park."
I immediately noticed that she didn't mention hide and seek.
Why?
My father asked.
"Why not? There's some fresh air maybe."
Fine.
He said.
I like him do anyway.
What the hell did he mean by that? Mom told me to change with a certain look, and I caught what she meant immediately.